This is Sarah Palin. Just this is Sarah Palin working. This is the modern version of Ronald Reagan's welfare queen rant. Right? This is the modern version of it. Ronald Reagan said, "There's this woman who drives in her Cadillac to pick up her welfare check," and I don't even think he said that she was African American in his characterization of her, but everybody understood that that's what he was talking about. And in that context, listen again to Sarah Palin, what she has to say. Keeping in mind that President Obama has the vast majority, if not virtually all, of the black vote locked up, and a large chunk of the Latino vote. Here's what Sarah Palin apparently thinks of these voters.
There's an estimation of an unintelligent voting bloc out there. I think that President Obama is assuming we'll continue to want to get free stuff, despite free stuff will replace freedom. And he's just assuming that that voting bloc will be large enough to get him back in there. But I just pray that Americans will open their eyes between now and November, when they know that they'll have to make that choice between free stuff or freedom. You can't have both.
Free stuff like free roads to drive on. Holy cow, are you kidding? Seriously? Knowing you don't have to hire a taste tester to make sure that you don't die from your food, knowing that your food is safe. And even that's imperfect. 3,000 Americans die every year from food poisoning, but still, it used to be hundreds of thousands. Or, if you scaled it up to the size of the population of the country, the equivalent thereof. What, you mean free, make sure that my medicine is safe? Are you kidding? Free? A free court system that is, 60-70% used by businesses? Businesses like ExxonMobil that pay no taxes whatsoever, even though they use the court system to enforce the contracts that they make. Free stuff like our court system, we can't have that. And then there's that free stuff that you've paid into most of your life. They take that out of your paycheck every single week for Medicare and for Social Security. And then you're 25 years old and fall and break your neck, and you've been paying into Social Security just for 5-10 years, and hey, it'll cover you for the rest of your life. It is an insurance. A third of Social Security payments do not go to old people who are retired. They go to people who are disabled. Literally widows and orphans as well. Paul Ryan, when his father died when he was a teenager, his family was, went on Social Security. Now, they weren't broke. They were doing well. His grandparents had made a fair amount of money building highways with Eisenhower's federal funds. Oh, yeah, free stuff. I don't get it. What kind of is the free stuff that she's talking about unemployment benefits? Because I don't know anybody who's getting unemployment. Maybe you do. Maybe there's some conservative out there who can call in and tell us the actual name of somebody, or tell us, from their firsthand experience, not from watching Fox News, of somebody who is getting unemployment benefits and really doesn't want to work. Now, I'll tell you right off the bat, there are such people out there. Ben Franklin talked about this when he went to England. England back in the mid-1700s actually had a fairly reasonable social safety net for the extremely poor. And Franklin, in his autobiography, wrote at some length about the challenge the government has. And the George Washington administration faced this challenge, by the way, by paying for poorhouses here in the city of Washington, D.C., to provide housing, food, and medical care for the deeply poor people. Immigrants fresh off the boat, people who had fallen into poverty, people who were disabled. George Washington signed a bill to take care of those folks. And Ben Franklin talked about how, there was a fair number of people on the dole in the UK back in the day. How do you know? How do you do it? and acknowledge, there's always going to be 2, 3, maybe, well, probably not 4%, but they say structural unemployment is typically around 3% in any country. In other words, that's the percentage of people who just, they don't want to work. And you can't do anything about it. But should we really be so stupid as to say, there's a small percentage of people who are not going to work, who are going to game the system? And therefore, for the genuine, legitimate people who would rather work, people like you and me, who have, who want to make a decent living, who want the self-respect that goes with it, who want the independence that goes with it, that we should say to those people, if your job gets shipped off to China, if Bain Capital comes in and says, okay, you guys build a platform out in front of your factory like it is happening right now with, what's the name of that company? It's been scared out of all of us. I got too close by saying Cylindrin, and that's not it. But in any case, that company, the Bain Capital right now, they had the employees build a platform. And then the management from Bain Capital came in, stood on the platform, gathered the 300 or 400 employees together and said, we're going to shut this factory down in 6 months. And in the meantime, a bunch of Chinese people are coming over here, and you are going to train them in how to do your jobs because we are shipping your equipment to China. And by the way, Bain Capital gets a huge tax break for that. And when Democrats proposed in Congress to take away that tax break, Republicans filibustered it. So are you really going to say to those people who genuinely want to work, but Bain Capital shipped their jobs off to China, oh, sorry, no unemployment for you. Oh, you got kids? Tough. No food stamps. Let them go hungry. Learn how to eat the bark off of trees. Grass, you can make soup out of it.